Yes, Priyanka, go ahead.
Okay. Hi everyone. We are from Study Group 22 and our group members are Sharing Lama, Shravani Manne and myself Lakshmi Priyanka Vemla. Next slide. And myself and Shravani are going to discuss about the paper 1, learning real-time A-star path planner for unmanned air vehicle target sensing. The abstract. The study describes a path planner for recognizing closely spaced targets from a fixed wing with a defined sense of footprint. Actually, this planner generates dynamically possible paths which achieve the sensing targets in the quickest time using the learning time A star LRTA search algorithm. Actually, path planning is always a must to do task for the mobile autonomous vehicles, as the aircraft's dynamic constraints such as minimum turning radius must be considered throughout the path planning process. This became a difficult for autonomous fixed wing aircraft, and also the aerial detection of ground based objects, which adds the difficulty by requiring the footprint of a downward looking sensor to pass over a group of targets. And traditional path planning approaches are not well suited for producing paths which effectively utilize the vehicle sense of footprint. Next. This is the schematic of 3 target sensing problem. The main goal of this research is to provide a path planning system which detects a group of targets in the close proximity that fully exploits the sensor's footprint planning. The problem here was depicted in this figure. The goal of path planning is to reduce the amount of time it takes to see all the targets. First, this has 3 objectives. 3 technical obstacles must be addressed while dealing with this problem of this nature. First one is coupling between path segments. Second one is sensor footprint utilization, and third one is target viewing order determination. Each of these issues will be examined briefly here. Next slide. Coupling between path segments. First one is point to point optimal path, and second one is optimal plan utilizing sensor footprint. The clear pictures of these both paths has been shown in this slide. First one shows the point to point optimal path shows the determinal effect of this coupling when an optimal approach to first goal is planned. As it flies over the first target, the vehicle's heading puts him in a bad position to see the second target, and the second and third segments of the path have a similar level of coupling. And in the second figure, that is optimal plan utilizing sensor footprint, best multi-target path has been achieved. Next slide. Discrete path steps. A successful route planning algorithm should generate a path that is not bound by the endpoints or headings, which makes full sense of vehicle sensors and also fulfills the vehicle's dynamic restrictions. The figure in the slide shows about the primitive turn and stride segments which assemble together to form a flyable paths, and also a notation for the path planning problem. The first figure shows about the 3 levels of depth and shorter step lengths, which improves the path trees resolution, but deeper trees allow for longer paths, increase the trees coverage area. As the nodes in the tree rises exponentially with each step, computer memory restrictions impose practical limitations on tree depth. The easiest way for path tree creation is to generate a fixed depth path tree. Next slide. Next, here comes the LRTA search algorithm. This may solve any type of problems such as grids, trees, descriptor graphs, and so on. The memory space required to retain extended nodes limit the path performance planner. Hence, this learning real-time A-star search technique has chosen over the faster A-star algorithm. So we can say that it is the extension of the A-star search algorithm. This method is well known. However, it is commonly used in grid-based environments to solve mainly the path planning difficulties. Here is the algorithm of the learning real-time A-star search tree search algorithm, which was explained clearly from my notes. It's more efficient to keep going along a branch until all the objectives have been met or the branch has been terminated for some other reason. Then again repeat the search from the root node. This search algorithm is very simple and elegant to use. Next slide. Initial heuristic. The primary criteria for this learning real-time A-star search is that hi greater than or equal to I is always true for any node we take the value of I. The computation of adequate starting characteristics for this heuristic is crucial for the presentation of the search algorithm. Permissible heuristics are that modestly guess the true path length. The reason for this is simply if a hub on the perfect path calculates the distance to the objective incorrectly, then the hunt may never reach that hub and hence never find the optimal path. These heuristics are generally the estimations of the distance that must be traveled from the search and the flow hub in order to finish the remaining jobs in that search issue. Next. Okay. Let's continue, Shravani.
Hello everyone, I'm Shravani Manne. So I'll be continuing rest of the presentation for paper 1. So I'll be explaining what is initial heuristic and how that is calculated based upon LRTA search tree algorithm. So here for every node, the hi value must be less than or equal to hi star for the initial comparison. So this is required because the node on the ideal path estimates the distance to the destination and it searches the result. It searches the result with the optimal path. So here are few like calculations. One is to calculate the distance to furthest remaining objective, and other is distance to nearest objective plus distance between nearest and the furthest. So next comes branch terminals and its terminating conditions. So we can see the sample paths which are generated by LRTA search and NI-LRTA algorithms. One uses path planning for LRTA search algorithm, and the other, this diagram represents about NI-LRTA's algorithm. So both of these algorithms uses different strategies based upon the length of the optimal path it calculates, and the search might continue until a time limit is reached. So both of these these two has the termination condition, which encourages ongoing path length improvement while allowing the algorithm to terminate if no progress is made. And next comes path tree size and step size selection. So when searching for a path, the size of the path tree is a major consideration which has to be considered. And next, the one way for lowering the size of the path tree is to burn off branches that results in path that changes directions frequently. And the most effective approach of minimizing the path tree's size is to reduce its depth before the search begins. However, before applying LRTA search algorithm to build a flyable path that satisfies the required criteria, it is more cost effective to employ another path planning method. And next comes testing and comparisons. Here on a 2RT by 2RT globe, they were tested around 2000 target situations where 3 random targets, like a random starting, by considering a random starting point, 3 random targets were tested. In each scenario, a random vehicle trajectory was incorporated. So a simple route tree was employed for heading changes of 0.5 radians or less, with segments consisting of left and right turns. So LRTA search tree algorithms running time and path length performances are affected by path tree step size. So these are the testing requirements which was considered here in this situation. And next comes LRTA search tree validations. So in the first diagram, it was considered with pinpoint sensor footprint. LRTA star closely approximates optimal path obtained by brute force global search. And in second diagram, LRTA star utilizes large sensor footprints to produce a 33% shorter path. So the size of the sensor footprints for LRTA algorithm was reduced to replicate the vehicle driving through the target areas. So in the second diagram, this path is 33% shorter than the path that must be passed straight through the targets. So here are the ones that are highlighted for LRTA search tree algorithm's potential. Next comes differing number of targets. So first diagram depicts about running time versus number of targets. So in x-axis and y-axis, and in second diagram, path length was considered in y-axis and the number of targets is considered in x-axis. So here the whole diagram depicts about the effect of increasing the target numbers on running time and path length. So for all the data which has been considered here, it involves 3 targets. For each number of targets between 1 and 8, 2000 random target circumstances are used with a 0.25 radian step size for testing. The LRTA search and NI LRTA search algorithms running time increases as the number of targets increases. So coming to the conclusion, the LRTA star and NI LRTA star search algorithms are presented, which find the best branch from a discrete step route tree. So here is the path produced by LRTA star search algorithm for sensing 8 targets. So on a whole, by decreasing path segment coupling, the LRTA and NI LRTA algorithm plan optimal or near optimal paths. Instead of flying straight over objects, they may be seen through the sensor footprints. As part of the planning process, they devise the best viewing sequence. So using both the techniques, it is feasible to combine many goals and limits. Sharing Lama, you can continue with your paper.
Hi everyone, my name is Sharing Lama. Now I'm gonna cover the rest of the presentation. KNN-LRTA search algorithm, which is for simple subgoaling for real-time search. Subgoaling for real-time search. Due to the real-time restriction on most of the search algorithm, especially static search algorithm cannot guarantee a constant bound on planning time per action. For example, search algorithm like ADD, ARA produce a solid solution before the first action can be taken. As the problem increases in the size, their planning time will increase too, exceeding any predetermined limit for predetermined limit, which might increase the time of computation. Furthermore, real-time source addresses just few of the first action, so the agent does not get overloaded using real-time heuristic search algorithm updates or the learning process. The learning process prevents the search engines from being deployed on unnecessary pathfinding, but due to its need to fulfill heuristic depression, the solution quality can be quite low. As a learning process has preluded real heuristic search agent from being widely deployed for pathfinding, especially in video game. This problem, this problem makes agents to scrub the state or a space, which is a state or a space due to the need to fulfill heuristic depression. Although a number of researchers have attempted to stop the learning process, no real-time progress have been made in this field till now. That's why instead of real-time heuristic search algorithm working well against large problem with huge database, it can lead to poor solution quality and cause the agent to appear irrational by revisiting the same problem state again and again. Similarly, this problem can be solved by virtually eliminating the learning process, and DLRTA was first to do so. That's why, although the process is longer, although the process of pathfinding to LRTA is long, that's why the DLRTA was researched. DLRTA, unlike heuristic search, heuristic search, it employs sub-goals, which can be done by computing heuristic with respect to nearby sub-goal as opposed to distant goal. It uses a complex and memory-demanding pre-computation phase during which it builds a database of sub-goal. The pathfinding, especially in the video game industry, as the industry increases, there is a need for more advanced search algorithm which can help the AI control agents, which are the backbones of video game industry. The main problem right now with video game industry is the pathfinding, but the real-time restriction severely limits the range of applicable heuristic search algorithm. The real-time heuristic search algorithm, although satisfy a constant amount of planning per action, although the size of the problem doesn't affect it. Similarly, KNLRTA works to cover up the problems with DLRTA. Although DLRTA had substantial memory requirement as in analyze the state space and compute a database of scope goals, which are then used at runtime. Due to this, some pathfinding on video game maps, its database took up to 70 times as much memory as the map for which it was built. So KNLRTA attempts to address this problem created by DLRTA. by using by not using a state abstraction, or instead pre-computing a set of optimal paths between randomly selected pairs of states. It is the result of KNN and create KNN and creating a subgoals in the data. On each optimal path, the furthest state that is still reachable from the path beginning by hill climbing is then stored as a subgoal. KNN LRTA agent uses its database in an attempt to find similar p-computed path and then run LRTA to the associated subgoal, while KNN LRTA is more memory efficient than DLRTA. Its random path do not guarantee that suitable pre-computed path will be found for given problem.
Sharing Lama,
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt you, but I guess we need to make maybe a 15 to 20-minute video. So if it exceeds, then it will be tough to create a YouTube link. So
Okay.
can you please
Okay.
make it
I'll
bit,
finish it now.
yeah.
Okay. So subgoaling construction. Unlike DLRTA, where it abstracts the map using the cliche abstraction scheme to build database for its subgoal, in KNLRTA, we avoid learning and the problem it causes. This can be accomplished by selecting a subgoal which is close enough to the agent to be reached via simple hill climbing. Runtime search. Most of the time, the state of agent and its goal won't be in the database of subgoal. The agent itself might not know its exact goal. So to eliminate this problem, we use K nearest neighbor. K nearest neighbor is one of the widely used and yet simple mechanism for runtime generalization. The idea lies in finding K closest to the problem at hand, combining their key computed answer and using the combination as the solution. Finally, the conclusion. So after reading this paper, we found out that KNN LRT of such algorithm offers clear benefit compared to DLRTA. KNN LRTA database computation is similar to implement compared to DLRTA. Similarly, KNN LRTA performs real-time search engine on par with DLRTA, but with substantially less memory for sorting the sub-goal database. Hence, we can conclude that KNN LRTA is better than DLRTA. Thank you.
Just a second, let me stop the presentation.